not very well connected to like
The streets?
to the streets of Taipei. Maybe a different type of streets.
What kind of streets you connected to? You don't want to say on camera. You're like,
I mean, there's there's like some subculture in Taiwan.
I'll
For
explain
example, at
about
the
it.
clubs,
What about the
the
clubs?
people that they own all of that stuff.
Yeah,
I have some pretty good friends over there.
that own those clubs?
Yeah,
Oh.
but I wouldn't say like the young culture.
Oh. But the
Friends.
club is the young culture club.
Yeah. But it's the guys that run the club.
True. They don't go there to their own clubs?
Not so much.
Oh.
They just get like a monthly fee. Like in Taiwan, if you open a club,
Yeah.
you need to pay the protection fee.
Yeah,
and all
I've
that
heard.
Stuff. Yeah. So those guys, they're very nice people.
Yes,
Good
they
businessmen. Yeah, good
Just don't
businessmen.
piss
Very
them
nice.
off.
Just don't piss them off.
are.
Yeah.
Don't insult them.
Yeah. Because I also had like some acquaintances that have pissed them off, and it's not very good.
What happened to those acquaintances? Are they still here?
Yeah, they're still here because
Okay.
in Taiwan you cannot get rid of anybody.
Oh.
It's very hard to get rid of people. So what you do is usually you have to scare and beat them up.
Oh.
Yeah. So like there was this one guy. There was some crypto thing that happened.
He scammed somebody.
Yeah, like millions.
Oh.
And so they couldn't really get rid of him, right? Because it's Taiwan, cameras everywhere. Someone's gonna know. Then they're gonna get like politically attacked, and
Oh, yeah,
it's
for
over
sure.
for them. But I remember this guy started showing up. He didn't show up for a couple months, 6 months.
Oh.
And then he started to show up sometimes with a mask, right? The usual, the masks
Yeah.
that everybody wears. And you say, okay, that's very normal. And then there was some like toast thing, and I don't know what we were toasting about. He toasted, and then he took out the mask and drink it, and then I saw just like no teeth.
Oh, yo.
And then I remembered this guy was like dragged out of Taipei. He traveled to Thailand, I think,
Okay.
and so they found him in Thailand,
They still
and that's
found
where
him.
they did it. And so basically they dragged him out of the hotel and just took him somewhere around the jungle and beat him up, and then just left him there. And then they came back from their vacation trip, and everything was
Vacation
good.
trip,
And
yeah.
then that guy just had to stay for some time in Thailand,
Okay.
and then come back, and then he just like hit low for some time, managed to get some money back to them and all that stuff, and that's when we found out what really happened.
That sounds like an episode. Nah, that sounds like a movie, The Hangover.
Yeah, it's something like it.
Scammed a little bit. He's
Yeah,
like,
it sounds like it, but that's the thing, is you cannot really get into too much. No, you cannot really. You can get in trouble very easily. Again, egos drive many people around here.
Yeah.
But there's nothing truly bad that they can do about it other than beating you up.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad by
Yeah.
itself. But other than that, somewhat like where we come from, you can easily lose your life over something
Oh, yeah,
very
for
trivial.
Sure. Yeah.
And it happens every day.
Yes.
Yeah. So they are very nice people and very smart businessmen.
Yeah, just don't piss.
Just not to fuck around with.
That's what
I would say.
That's an advice I'll give foreigners that come to Taiwan. Don't piss the people off. They're nice anyway, so we don't gotta piss them off.
Yeah, because also like you never know who you're dealing with.
Yes.
You never know who you're dealing with, and with for example, with that people, there's a lot of respect, right? Because all of that culture comes from Japan and a little bit from the triads in China and all that stuff. But there's a culture of respect your elders, and especially like the elder family. So there's
course.
like around here, there's 3 groups, and there's like a group that takes charge out of those 3 groups. So there is something like the main family, and then like the branch family, and when someone passes away, these 3 groups or these 3 families basically fight for who's going to be on top of everybody else. So it's a kind of like a complicated underworld that exists, but it's in some ways, if you look at it, it's admirable because it's based on respect.
Yeah, of course.
So if you go out with these people, or you enter a club with these people, or you pass a club with these people,
Yeah.
there will be bowing, and there will be it always happens because everybody knows who's boss,
Yes.
especially in that world, especially in the world of clubs and all that. Like,
Yeah.
So like if you that's also like, it's not like I hang out in that group all the time. I just happen to hang out, happen to have some friends. But if you do, It's not like you're gonna be on the first table showing off and all that. That's where I thrive, on the back, on the table that's behind everybody, on the corner.
You're not getting the bottles with the sparklers coming to your
that's
table.
not my thing. That's not my thing. And even if you go out with these people and all that stuff, it's not always the case because everybody wants to go unnoticed.
Yeah, true.
Sure, you
Keep
can party a
low-key.
lot. You can be everywhere and anywhere. Just don't make a big show. That's what everybody's avoiding.
Okay.
The big show.
I don't know.
But
I
they're
see a
very
lot
nice
of shows in Xingyi. I don't know. I see a lot of tables, a lot of bottles,
Yeah, exactly.
sparklers.
Exactly. The thing is, what you don't want to do is draw unnecessary attention.
Okay. I mean, they do it a lot, I see.
Yeah, yeah, they do. They do.